my god. She poops. That person's funny. I started going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's the world record. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl? What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. I didn't follow her in there. Ah, stop texting me, dudes. I hate when I'm being texted. Like, I tell people, like, yo, I'm recording, don't bother me. Shut up. I tell people before I record, yo, don't talk to me for a while, I'm recording, and I record for hours, and they're like, alright. Then next thing you know, 10 minutes later, I'm getting texts and texts. It's fucking annoying, dude. I understand, you know, they want to talk to me, whatever the fuck, but, you know, I'm trying to do this for you guys, YouTube. I love you guys. Maybe it's a week before that. Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that. Oh, God. Come on, Rin. You're a dick, too. No. At least not around her. Rin tries to look at me blankly. I said she's not sure why I reprobed her. But she doesn't acknowledge her understanding any more than before. So I give up at this point. So do you want to go eat dinner then? Wow, you asked her on a date. Good for you. No, not yet. Rina turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, slightly looking more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish. Something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is the feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me that makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going away. Anyway, have fun. Rin's early grass brushed and is dipping it into the fresh paint, so of course she can't hear me anymore. Or doesn't anymore, even anything if she doesn't. Oh my god. I'm exhausted. Adhering to the nurse's nagging us in the back of my hand, I set my alarm clock to wake me up enough to go jogging again. I made a promise I'm going to keep it. Besides, Emmy's bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all bad. Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo. I've been doing this for like 2 hours. God damn it. My morning alarm goes off, and I fell about usefully for a while until I remembered that I decided to give morning runs another shot. I don't know if this is the greatest idea, but I was determined to keep going. This is about my health after all. Sure, things haven't been great for me lately, but that hasn't made sense. So intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can't manage that, well, I can't manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once it appeared that I'm not alone on my run. Amy has apparently been here for some time. It looks like she's already woke up in a good sweat. Just when the hell did she come down here anyway? Oh hey, it's you. I'm surprised to see you again. Why is that? Well, not many people actually manage to connect for the second try. She frowns, seemingly annoyed by the passing thought. At the rest of the tracking, for instance. Still, it was only supposed to be a volunteer basis, so it's not that big of a shock. And it gets pretty early in the morning. A shrug. And suddenly it appears she's forgotten what she was talking about. Trying to disappear entirely, she seems to snap back to the previous train of thought. So come on then. What? You're here to run again, right? Well, yeah. So come on. I found myself suddenly grabbed and yanked on the track. Things seem to be set on mirroring to yesterday's run. That is, I seem to be struggling with, while Emmy moves with the effortless that I find inevitable. It's incredibly bothersome and to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient and work towards things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive with this. We round the track and start our second lap. Emmy seems to have grown impatient keeping pace with me, and it begins to pull away. This is where I gave out yesterday. Why be able to do more? Go for it, take it easy. Nah, dude, I don't want you to, get a heart attack and shit. So, nah, we're gonna take it easy, dude. I would go for it, but it's like, I don't want to risk that kind of death early in the fucking, visual novel. I let Emmy go with her own pace, and she doesn't show mercy, pulling half a lap ahead of me in an instant. I don't blame her. I mean, it's not as if I'm ready to pulling out any sort of real fight out here, is it? Instead, I'm just running here at a steady pace, which is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? There's no need to be pushing my limits at this stage of the game. God, is this even worth it? As we finish the second lap, I break off again. Emily keeps going, and it almost seems like that she's disappointed. Well, that's stupid. I don't have anything to prove her. I'm not thinking of it. I got nothing to prove to myself either. I'm just fine the way I am. And I'm not, and what I'm not is a runner. This is probably a bad idea. Don't say that. Maybe there's something else I can do instead of this. And getting up this really sucks anyway. There's gotta be some other way to keep healthy. Walking maybe? Good nice afternoon walks? Yeah, that sounds good. Running isn't for me. Every time I head back to my room. I think of something else later. Back in my room, the first thing I see is a familiar row of medication bottles lined up on the top of my dresser. And it makes you depressed as usual. It's annoying. I thought it was okay, but I thought I had made my piece of this thing and gotten over it. But what I really did allowed myself to forget that I have a problem. Being here just really reminds me of the reality. And I'm trying to fight against it just hurts. Reflecting on it is only going to do so much. I've done this before for months. It seems like it's time to get over with it. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. My life may be different from others, but it is a life in progress. That is how I rationalize it. I down a handful of pills, trying to push a sudden dreary feeling out of my head. Then I prepare to head out of class early as usual. As I step through the hallway, I notice Henji coming around the hallway corner, stealthily making his way over his own room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me soundlessly like a ninja, hitting in plain sight, I call out to him. Hey. He jumps to the sound of my voice. Oh, hey, man, I didn't notice you were there. I'm really tired. You know what? I'm not in the mood for this. I'm kind of tired and about reading right now. Thank you guys for watching. This has been fun, but too long. Plus, I put out a lot of episodes already, so goddamn it. I played for an hour, see? So I'll talk to you guys later. We'll do this again some other time. Thank you guys for watching. I don't have an outro. Fuck! Oh. The pieces unite!